Live from the Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts. This is the YouTube channel vlog show in which video games, flash game show gameplays, along with sports and wrestling news are the norm. This is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here is the host of the show, the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, and hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, live from the Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts. I am your host and perpetrator of these great shenanigans, Mr. Eric M. Lima. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a lovely Saturday afternoon, September the 17th, 2022. 4:13 p.m. I am watching the Red Sox game right now, and you know what? I forgot about the Zoom. I got the Zoom focus on my webcam, dude. You know what I mean? Like I should have used that, so that's why I can just talk to my friends and just enjoy this. This is pretty insane. This is pretty insane. Double. Whoops. Oh, yeah, it's not. Yeah. So, anyways, 2 hours. Anyways, yep, so, there we go. Yeah, so there we go. Just a little scooch more over. And scooch more over. Okay, there we go. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's episode number 20. It's the 20th. We're already 20 episodes in of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. You know, last week was the premiere week of the show. Started off Labor Day. Because of all the craziness that's been happening the first weekend of September, I decided to hold off on doing the show until Labor Day, and we are here. And right now we're also the 20th episode. Would you believe that? So yay me. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. So anyways, birds are flying around again. So we kicked it off with sort of like a semi-dream matchup. Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin, and because Matt Hardy says that Darby reminds him a lot of Jeff. Heck of a matchup. Darby Allin wins the matchup. Matt Hardy shows respect. They walk away Allin walks away until the House of Black, in the form of Julia Hart and Brody King. Brody King attacks Matt Hardy. They call out Allin and Sting. So Darby Allin accepted the challenge for a matchup at Dynamite Grand Slam. This is AEW Rampage, by the way, Event Center. Eddie Kingston addresses Sammy Guevara. It seems like Kingston and Guevara finally they're going to go at it one-on-one. So Tony Schiavone interviewed Claudio Castagnoli. He's addressed what the Blackpool Combat Club means to him. Symbol excellence, even though he says that they've been very forgiving towards Willie Yuta because he lost the title to Daniel Garcia, but it looks like Daniel Bryan's got a lot of respect for Daniel Garcia. But then Claudio Castagnoli was talking, and Chris Jericho was doing commentary, interrupts him, challenges to a matchup. So at Dynamite Grand Slam, and the Ring of Honor World title is on the line. So Chris Jericho has an opportunity to make history. Think about it now. Chris Jericho is a former WWE champion. He's a former AEW World champion. He's also a former WCW champion. And he has an opportunity to become Ring of Honor champion. If that happens, if he defeats Claudio Castagnoli, formerly known as Cesaro, then Chris Jericho will be the first wrestler ever to hold the WWE, WCW, AEW, and Ring of Honor World titles. So that's an interesting situation, to say the least. So we'll leave it at that. Lexi Nair interviews Jade Cargill and the Baddies, and Diamante. And Jade Cargill is like, who's left? Diamante steps up and challenges Jade Cargill. So that match is going to happen. Women's action. Willow Nightingale versus the super bad girl Penelope Ford. And Penelope Ford obviously won the matchup. Lexi Nair interviews Doc Orton and Adam Page. Adam Page will be taking part in a matchup. And it was like some kind of scramble to determine, I think, a #1 contenders match for the AEW World title, I think. I really don't know what happens there. And then Jose and Rouge interrupt them, then talks to Ted about joining the Andrade family office. I think Evil Uno's getting sick of it, to be honest with you. A matchup that ended in short fashion. Danhausen versus the firm's newest new member, Ethan Page. Ethan Page did beat Danhausen in like, what, 30 seconds? 45 seconds? A minute? Quick matchup overall. Ricky Starks then addresses Powerhouse Hobbs. Mark Henry interviews Josh Woods and Samoa Joe. Their main event match for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. And then Samoa Joe did retain the title, but Josh Woods and Tony Nese, along with smart Mark Sterling, attacked Samoa Joe, but then Wardlow comes to Samoa Joe's aid, and that leads to a matchup, a Dynamite Grand Slam, where Samoa Joe and Wardlow join forces. That's going to be a tag. I was like, that would be a great matchup, or a great tag team against Nese and Woods. I think smart Mark Sterling's mouth has really made him write his checks. His rear end cannot cash. There we go. And I do mean that. So, yeah, so listen, I know AEW, a lot of people have been worried about AEW because of the turmoil that happened backstage, the controversy with CM Punk and his comments on the immediate scrum, and, me, Jordan, and Brandon, and all the other, last night we were making jokes about that because, for the new, Nintendo Switch game, AEW Fight Forever. So I thought, well, wait, is there going to be a media scrum mode? And they're going to, oh, man. And, yeah, it's been like that. So, I really don't know what will happen now, to be honest with you. Just to let you guys know, like I said, again, I want to thank everybody for the positive feedback on my new YouTube video channel, and I figured, with a brand new room, I need to make a new error about this, and a lot of you guys are, very receptive of it, which is really cool. I checked the likes, I usually am not concerned about the likes or dislikes of the video, I know it's going to be that one dislike, and I'm not too surprised. I'm not too bothered by that because I know who would dislike my videos. I mean, anybody who, so, but whatever. But like I said, there was a lot of positive feedback coming from the comments and everything else between, a lot of questions and answers, and I was able to answer them. Like I said, I want to thank you guys out there, and I promise you, I made a promise, this show is going to be better than what I had did in the basement, whether it be the People's Lima Season 1, or, EML 77 TV, or WEML TV Channel 77. Technically, this will be the 4th season, but this is the new series. So, it's a new series in a new era, in a new room. Like I decided to dub it the Big Beefy Man Cave, because, thanks to both of us in the sofas, it was nicknamed I was nicknamed Big Beefy E. So I figured, are you taking this an insult, or you take that ball and you run with it? And that's what I did. And I decided to kick it up a notch by having Big Beefy E as part of my production company, so to speak. Yeah. And, yeah, quote unquote, because I don't necessarily own a production company. I decided to have a lot of fun with it. And I figured, I look at my room and I said, you know what? It's bigger, it's beefier. And since I was nicknamed Big Beefy E, why not? So I figured I'd call it the Big Beefy Man Cave. If I call it the Superman Cave, Superman could be a little bit copyrighted. That's the word I'm looking for. Then if I do call it the Mega Man Cave, then that's also a copyright, Mega Man. So I was going to call it the Super Guy Cave. And I figured, and I looked at it and I'm like, Super Guy. Unless that Sesame Street, the guy in the cup. Remember that? Oh, back in the day when I was a kid, he used to be, I don't know, #1 super guy or something like that. So I figured, nah. So I figured, I look at it in the room, and like I said, it's just, I'm calling it the Big Beefy Man Cave. What a vision, right? Big Beefy Man Cave. It amazes me. As I said, it amazes me how it's been done. And it's just totally cool. And you probably look at me and probably going, Eric, I think you outdone yourself. I think I did. I think I really did outdo myself. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. And it's just amazing about how I'm looking at, watching the Red Sox game right here. It's like, yeah, I forgot. I can just go like this. I can just go, and turn around and say, okay, and I'm going to talk to everybody, see what happened, and then go back, and it is really, really cool. So, okay, so that's all the time we have. On the next episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, the first ever episode of Saturday Superstar Cake. And I'm going to do that after I get finished watching the Red Sox game here. Unless they don't. If the Red Sox start losing, I'll probably do it at that point. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Don't know which game I want to play yet. So that's it is quite the conundrum. And when you have a big gaming library, whether it would be for the Nintendo Switch, your PlayStations, Sega Saturns, and you got, I got an NES and Super NES. Well, technically, I got the Retron versions of them, and just, I got the Super NES Classic, up there as well. I need to get the Sega Genesis one, and I'll probably. Oh, we got Cinderella's Wizard. So, anyways, so that's something that to look into, and so that's gonna be something to look into. So I'll figure it. And plus, I need to figure out what game I want to play. This is probably the most pleasant problem to have. What game do you want to play? And it's very difficult for me to know what game I want to play. How can I christen? How can I did play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 last week, but that was part of the premiere week, and I did make a promise to my good buddy Jerome Latimer about that. So, Romy, that was for you. But this is official. The official first episode, next episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, the first ever official Saturday Superstarcade for that, for this show. So I'm totally excited to find out what game I'm gonna play. But right now, I'm gonna watch the Red Sox Royals game. Upload this video. Okay, so Mr. Announcer, take us away, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now, guys. Peace. That is all for today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E tour for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Sweet Bumbling Bofa Raver Telepictures and Distribution. See you next episode, and have a very blessed day.